coming at you live from the Toy Division HQ. As in our three houses.
From sunny Sutton.
My bedroom again. Yeah.
So, you boys all right?
Yeah, man.
Cool.
Not bad.
Cool. All right. Let's give it a quick.
We've all got caps on.
We've all got hats on.
Yeah, you can tell the
haircut
situation's getting desperate. Everyone's wearing hats now.
It's so bad.
Dude, come on.
Your Dan's hair was kind of long to begin with, but mine, I've ended up looking like I've got Lego head again.
Right, let's give this a quick share to say we're live. Hello to the people that are watching. I hope you're all well. I'm doing well. Pogs is already here. Let me give this a quick share out to people just to let everyone know that we are live and we'll get rocking and rolling.
So, Andy, you gave up on that jigsaw?
No, the jigsaw's still going, but very slowly. I think after I sent you that picture, I maybe pieced 4 different bits together.
I mean, it looks rock solid. That it really does look difficult, that one.
Yeah, not gonna lie, thanks.
You're welcome.
Thanks.
Arthur Rich, Pogs are in the chat already.
Who's Bugsy's
boys
toy box?
here?
Is it Ben or Sam?
No, that's the mystery.
Is it? So you can say what you want and blame it on the other guy.
Yeah. maybe that could be the new game. Which one is it? Just from the way they're typing. Right, guys, and hello, and welcome back to Toy Division's Toy Talk Live. So this is going to be we're going to start doing like a weekly segment now of like every Wednesday evening, 8:15. We're just going to get together. We're going to have some of just the 3 of us. We've also so far reached out to a couple of people for guests to appear as well. So we're just getting time to go through it, trying to help spend the time on a Wednesday evening because it's hump day and there's nothing else to do. So I'm joined as usual for tonight by below me, Mr. Dan Plastic.
Howdy.
And to my that way on the screen.
Other way,
that way on the screen. Mr. Andy from Andy's Toys and Models.
I'm really struggling to figure out where my camera is this week. I don't know what's going on, but
right, smile and wave, Andy. Smile and
just
wave.
pretend I'm leaning. It's like when we did the video, we were all together, and I just lean out of shot, and you're like, Andy, get back.
Just reel you back in.
I'm doing a chat on my own with LKG.
Little Con Gaming.
How am I going to do this on my own when I've got you guys aren't there to tell me what the hell to do?
He's a really, really nice guy, man. I did it last week. He's a super sweet guy.
He's very nice, but
really nice.
That'll be interesting.
Yeah, look out for that live chat. I'm on his as well. I think next Tuesday.
Cool.
Nice.
Well, cool.
As typical Empire Toys Aaron fashion, he's like, I haven't sent him anything. I feel so bad.
Did you not get back to him yesterday?
But get used to, huh?
Did you not get back to him yesterday?
Yeah, I did.
Good.
I got to tell you guys like very quickly, but it was pretty funny. So he puts up the promotional shot, and it's like a picture of him, like torso to head looking one way, and then but I hadn't seen that before, right? So he sent me an Instagram message and said, "Take a picture just like this, and send it to me, and I'll put it together," right? But I just saw the picture, so I got Hannah to take a picture of me from the neck to the waist, and he went, "Where's your head?" And I went, "Well, I just took the picture you asked me to." And he went, "Where's your head?" And then I was like, "Oh, you got to click on the picture and it expands." I'm like, you need it from the head down.
I got that.
Yeah, so I learned a thing or two about technology that on Instagram it doesn't show you the whole picture until you click on it. So lesson learned. There you go.
Yeah, I need to send it to him. If you're in the chat, I will be sending it over. Don't worry, I haven't forgotten. I'm very last minute, as everyone knows. So.
Dude, he'll forget. So remind me, and I'll tell him to do it.
Right, guys. So tonight we're going to be talking about Facebook selling groups. Now there are many out there to choose from. Some obviously bigger than others, and generally most of the time it's the same. People cross post on them anyway, so they're kind of you're not missing out if you're not on one, because generally the same stuff's just coming up all the time. So we're going to talk about our experiences being in these groups, and how they sort of changed the buying and selling game, really, because just like eBay kind of changed it all to begin with all those years ago, I kind of feel like the new Facebook group craze has changed it again even further. So we're going to get into talking about that. Finished Toy Rush. Hello, mate. How you doing?
Howdy.
But first of all, we are going to go through just our pickups each week. Before we start off, we're going to go through and talk about what we got. So I start with Dan again. So we'll start with Dan.
Right. So I've only got
my mates. How you doing?
Only got a couple of things of any note this week. I've got a couple more of the exquisite mini Predator toys. Don't know if you can see that.
Hold on, just hide Dave's comment.
Oh, I've got to go the other way, and yeah. These are pretty nice. Pretty cool Predator toys. So I've got the Battle Damage City Hunter and the Predator 2 Lost One. Pretty cool. I've got a stack of these now, so I should probably get them out at some point and see what I got. As you guys know, because we were chatting about it, I came across a deal that I couldn't turn down.
I think you're going to get into more collecting, Richard. Sorry, mate. Sorry for bringing.
How does Richard know what we do in our spare time? I mean,
we all have girlfriends.
we all have girlfriends that no one's ever seen. All right, Vic. Yeah. So I came across this at a price I couldn't turn down. It's a full size Marvel Legends Captain America shield. Like it's proper, and it was at such a price. But there is one big problem with this, guys. Can you guess what it is?
You can't throw it and feel freedom.
More fundamental than that.
Go for it.
I hate Captain America. I have no interest in it at all. It means nothing to me. So this is absolutely immediately for sale. So anyone that likes Captain America that wants a full size shield, hit me up, and we'll talk business.
If no one gets in touch with you about it, I'll talk shop with you with it.
Yeah, man, we'll do something with it, because you know how I feel about Captain America. What's your special power? Oh, I've got a shield. Well, what else you got? Oh, I'm basically on roids. So you're Mr. America Super Soldier Roidy Man. That's your special power. Get out of here.
That's what you need.
What, roids and a shield?
Yeah,
clearly.
Tell that to Lance Armstrong, right? And then lastly, from a Facebook from a Facebook group that we're on, that we'll probably talk about later, a lovely gentleman gave me the hookup after some toing and froing about trades and how I don't have anything to trade because I'm lazy. And I finally got the bombs, the missiles that I needed for my Megabot.
Z-bots, right?
Yeah, Z-bots, Megabots. So it's got the bombs. Yeah.
Sorry, did the little Z-bots go in there? Is it like a base?
Yeah, it's a weird base there. There's a couple in there somewhere kicking around. Is that to do with turtles? It's like a luminous tube thing. I don't know. It's in there anyway. Whatever.
Yeah, I think that's an ooze canister, isn't it?
Let's get 3D. See if I can fire this at the. Yeah.
I just so tempted with your technology. Your screen was going to go blank then.
Bounces back and hits me in the face. Yeah. Well. So yeah. My Z-bot missiles, and other than that, it's been quite a quiet week. I've been a Captain America shield I didn't want, some Z-bot missiles I didn't really need, and some Predators that I didn't know I wanted. So there you go.
Nice.
Yeah.
And if anyone else has one Z-bot missile now, because Dan is now missing one.
Found it. I've got it, mate. Joke's on you.
I just want to say, guys, before I go over to Andy, if you guys have got any like experiences about being in these Facebook groups or any stories you want to share with us, whack them in the comments. Let us know.
Unless it's about saying that one of us sold you that wasn't as advertised, in which case keep it yourself.
Yeah.
We're vetting all comments like that.
Delete.
This is our time now.
Did we establish if it was Ben or Sam? I reckon that's definitely Ben because he's talking about turtles.
Yeah, he knew it straight away.
Yeah.
Good shout. Good shout.
If you need it, Ben, if you need it and you want it, it's yours because it's just appeared inside a Zbot Megabot. So yeah.
So Andy, any new bits?
Yeah,
of
I
the
was
collection?
kind of greedy, I guess. I ended up buying. I know we usually talk about toys, but I actually bought a Sega Mega Drive off of Instagram from Brad again. I think I mentioned it last time that I was trying to get it, and then I've now got it. I'm just as good then as I was. I'm just as good now as I was then. Awful. I am awful at computer games, and that's probably why I don't really own or play any now. Because
He was so excited about playing them as well. And about 20 minutes later, it's like this is impossible.
classic. I mean, this is great. Where's the camera? Captain
That's it.
Planet.
That's it.
This game actually I really enjoy.
Yeah.
Like I was playing that probably the longest out of all of them.
So we got it right.
Great game. Still out of the
With
pile of games I got, my
slide.
favourite.
The Aladdin slide, classic.
Yeah, man. And then just for banter, but that I found this really hard already. This is, I think I played this like for 10 minutes and was like, no, not for me. I'm
pretty sure Chris Revens is watching right now and crying.
He's only crying because he's never going to achieve this level of physique.
Wow.
Didn't they call you? You know the scene from the Winter Soldier where he's putting the helicopter back in. Didn't you fill in for that?
Funnily enough, you know the bad guy in the Winter Soldier. I've got the same haircut right now.
Yeah, again, you don't look like Bucky.
Right.
I also got this was actually from a Facebook thing. Just a couple more Bucky figures. I got Bucky himself, Deadeye Duck. Very quickly I thought that Deadeye Duck had all his actual guns, but then I got pointed out today on Instagram that some of his guns aren't his. I was like, I thought I had them all, but luckily enough I do have a purple one, so now I just need silver. And then lastly, me and my girlfriend actually got something together, which is a rarity because she's.
Hang on.
Yeah,
This isn't like
my girlfriend's never been seen.
This is a toy for like to be shown on here, right?
Oh yeah. It's not one of them.
You bought together.
Did it come in a plain brown box, mate?
25 options.
I can't move it. We got the Lego set, man. It's awesome. Friends Lego set.
That is cool.
Have you seen Friends recently, mate?
We're both on furlough, so we've watched a lot of TV together, and we've ended up watching all of Friends from 1 to the very end.
Do you not think it hasn't stood? I mean, it's not stood up the test of time one little bit. It's incredibly dated.
No way, dude. No way.
Apart from Ross. Ross is awesome.
Ross is the worst. This time watching it again, I've realised just how awful Ross is as a person.
Aaron, mute him. Get rid of him. He's bringing Friends Lego to the table. He's bringing a wooden spoon to a gunfight. It's embarrassing.
It's actually plastic.
Yeah, a plastic spoon to a plastic crack fight.
They were my pickups. But
is that the only Friends set they do? They don't do like the flat or anything.
No, just that one. And I'm really hoping it was made through an ideas thing. So if someone's gone through and said the idea, signatures, blah blah blah. There's a guy pushing for a WWF one. So like a classic.
It's so good.
My fingers are crossed that gets made. I really, really hope that gets put into production. But maybe we can put a link in this if anyone's watching that hasn't seen it. I don't know if you can put links in this actually, but
you should be able to.
We'll put it again on my Toy Division group to see if anyone wants it. But yeah, it's like an ideas thing. It's absolutely awesome.
It's awesome.
But you know how mad they got to go? Like they've got to get like a certain amount of signatures to get it pushed through to one level. And then people in the company then decide to push it to. There's about 3 or 4 levels it's got to go through,
dude.
And then they got to fault the money up then to WWF for the license.
The problem we'll get is licensing because WWE will go, if there's a market for that, we'll just make our own Lego pieces and call it.
They have tried to do it themselves with the. Yeah, I think it is Mega Bloks that they've tried to do it with. I think you've got Ziggler set, but it's not Lego, and it's not the classic. I mean, come on. They're popping out ideas for like Legion of Doom, Nasty Boys. Nasty Boys haven't been on there, but Legion of Doom, Boss Man, Macho Man, everyone, Hulk, Warrior. Like
it would be cool.
Anyway.
Yeah, we know what.
I'm sweating. I can't contain my excitement.
Andy's Lego face.
Hello to Tom, the great Funko burner.
Yeah, I was going to lead on to that one because my own. Is that all your pickups? Sorry, dude. Andy?
Yeah, I think so. There was another Bucky. There was another Bucky figure, but it was just an extra. It's an army builder of the Toad dudes.
Cool man. Well, I've only got one thing to show as a pickup this week because literally all mine are in pre-orders at the moment. We actually had a conversation on the other day. I think I've got like 250 quid's worth of pre-orders just sitting there ready to be paid off. I'm like, no, this is not going to be good when they all come through. But anyway, this one is for you, Tom. This is my only add to the collection this week. To complete the Slayer Funko set.
Tom's like, I can see a problem with it, mate. What's that, mate? It's not on fire.
You know it. But the problem is that if you did set it on fire, it would look even cooler because it's Slayer.
For 3 seconds, it'd be the coolest Funko ever made.
Well, I've got a feeling it probably won't burn.
Probably wouldn't.
Yeah.
I still can't believe Slayer gave out the rights to do that. Like, they must make some money from these, I guess.
I don't think, dude, we've had this conversation before. Kerry King was in a Sum 41 video.
Yeah.
So,
and the Beastie Boys.
That's a bit more respectable. The Beastie Boys is a bit more respectable. Yeah.
Well, anyway. Heavy metal Funko Pops are the way forward.
So you have all three. You have all three Slayer Pops, even though there are definitely 4 people in Slayer.
Yeah, but no one really counts the drummers, do they?
Apparently not, mate.
Motley Crue. Oh my God, Tommy Lee. He's got his own pop.
As has Travis Barker, as has the guy from the Police, as has the Kiss. There's loads of drummers. But,
the Starman.
No, the problem is that Slayer don't have a good running with drummers, so
yeah,
they.
You need like a giant size one for the 37-piece quadruple drum kit with the rack mounts and like
with the typical Slayer drum beat of just hitting the ride cymbal, snare, and double bass.
Yeah. Well, where's the film, mate? Here it comes. Brilliant.
And here we go. We've moved on from toys to music.
Let's revert back to toys, please.
I'm not hating on Sum 41. I'm just saying that, like, kind of credibility for being bringers of like South of Heaven, Rain in Blood. Like we are truly metal, but I'm also in like a pop punk video.
Wasn't that video for like
Spider-Man 2?
Spider-Man song, wasn't it? Yeah.
Yeah. So everything about it is like money. Give me money. Kerry King was thinking about getting them hair plugs after so long.
Colin, what are you doing to me, bro? What are you doing, man? Shut me down in my own live chat. No, they are so annoying. But
I'm guessing he doesn't have the turtle Funkos then.
Well, do you reckon
I'm pretty sure Colin Wicks is a Turtles fan.
Yes, he is.
Do you think they'll ever make the one Turtles Funko I would buy if they made a mega big one that was Krang and his robot body?
Yeah,
that'd be pretty sweet. In a pop way, anyway.
What about if they brought out like a
Hey, because we're not doing a Funko chat.
No, I
know. It's fine completely. Everyone's going off.
Yeah.
It's a Funko chat now, boys and girls.
We're not doing Funko chat.
Let's get our Funko
well, no, we are going to chat about Funkos for a second, right? Because we've all shown our stuff for this week, right? We can move on from that. Apart from someone buy this off me. Just a quick plug there, right?
30 quid.
Speaking of Funkos, and also speaking about Facebook groups. So I've got like quite a large amount of Funkos that I'm getting rid of, as in, selling, buying and selling, whatever. So I joined this Funko Facebook group that buy and sell and whatever. And I think, Aaron, you're on it as well now, right? And maybe you on it, Andy, or did you stay away? I can't remember.
I'm on it just for the jokes.
So I've done well out of it, man. People, they absolutely go nuts for it. But the dramas you've got to go through about the condition of the box, it's almost not worth doing. Like for some of them, it's so painful talking about boxes.
It's not a toy; it's a collectible.
It's not a collectible, Vic. It's a curse. It's because
don't go ragging them too much in case they watch this and be like, right, I'm not buying this again.
No. I mean, Funkos in general, because I'm the same as you guys, and even Tom will admit this, that it ain't a Funko taking over the world, making everything. I get it. and there's a pop for everything. But if it's a pop of something that you're like, but I'm super into that. So, for example, I'm a huge American Psycho fan. Hence, I have the massive 18-inch NECA figure. I have the smaller 7-inch figure. I have the various bits and pieces. But as far as collectible American Psycho things go, there is like 4 or 5 things that exist in the world that aren't custom made. So the fact they're bringing out like limited edition, like special edition Funkos of Patrick Bateman, I'm like, yeah. So it's almost like a necessary evil, because sometimes there isn't anything else made of that. There you go. Look. No, look, scroll down. There we go. I've got the Gremlins. Well, you ain't burning them, mate. There's no way you're burning them.
They're getting upgraded into the bedroom.
But if you're selling pops online, you basically need to take a picture of every single angle. And I got absolutely berated. I sold on someone, and they were like, "Well, the box isn't perfect." And I'm like, "No, that's why I gave it to you for like £6, mate." And I had to give him some money back because he was furious with the slight scuffing on one side of the box. But yeah. So my experience of selling pops on Facebook is profitable, but quite tedious at this point.
Yeah. But yes, I know what you mean. I sold a couple on there, and every one of them I had to send a picture. I had to put a picture of each corner. I've never had to do that.
Yeah. And dude, did people get it about fakes? Oh, the amount of fake Funkos there are out there now. Oh, it's quite interesting, genuinely interesting as to how to spot fakes. But there is a huge market for fakes, and that's also a concern. But we're not talking about Funkos, obviously.
No, when we get Tom back on the next chat, we'll have that as a Funko chat.
Pure Funko, nothing but Funko.
Pure Funkos, yes. You know it. Right, so like we said, we're going to be talking about Facebook groups, selling groups, how they've changed the way we buy and sell toys, for the good, for the bad. Who knows? So, Dan, do you want to go first, and what you have a quick overview of what you feel about?
So first off, I'd like to say thanks, Andy, for adding me to about 27 Muscle Man groups over the last 3 days. just what I needed. Just what I needed. I didn't realize I needed all 233 of them, but apparently I absolutely do. So that's something.
I think I've added you to 2.
You have. I was over exaggerating for comedic effect, but thanks for ruining the joke. It's all good.
Brad's repping the Funkos.
Yeah.
We'll do a special one Funko chat. We'll just have Brad in there.
I'm happy to talk Funkos, but it wasn't for this evening.
No, we'll talk about it another time.
I want to go and get my boxes and boxes of Funkos that I'm keeping, so I can show Tom every single one individually.
We will get some Funkos out that I defy anyone to say, yeah, that's not pretty cool. Just because of what it is, as in like what type it is, whatever. So yeah, I'm pretty much, as far as buying and selling, I don't really do Facebook Marketplace, but I kind of stick. Are we talking about the specific groups? I suppose we are.
I'm not going to sort of name groups. Because
no.
They've all the same. I don't want to see like throwing like shade or bad blood with them, because.
Well, I think I'm the same as you guys, but overall, I found the experience pretty positive. I've sold some stuff that's gone down well, and stuff that I maybe couldn't have sold elsewhere. I've bought some great stuff and met some really cool people, and I like to sell stuff to people that want it and need it, and vice versa. I mean, like, so to complete my Supernaturals collection, I needed 1 bit, and some dude on one of the groups, he knew I needed it. I never met it, just found it, and was like, oh, I bought this and I bought it for you. And you're like, wow, man, that's really cool. So my overall experience with Facebook buying and selling has been positive, but there are some kind of, I guess, kinks in that with regards to price gouging, backdoor dealing, people like, but a lot of the ones we're in, you're not supposed to ask. It's not eBay. You're not going, who give me the most. You're supposed to ask for a valuation, get a sensible valuation. I mean, ideally, do your own research, but whatever, and then put it up for sale. And the claim system is kind of irritating as well, but that's a different thing. So my overall experience, I think, has been quite positive, but I don't rely on it solely, and I understand why some people get pretty tired. I mean, again, we'll probably get onto it in more detail in a little bit, but yeah, it's even happened to one of you guys that you sort of have done a deal with someone out in the open, as well you should. So it's all above board, everyone can see it, it's all good. And then someone who quite clearly, whoever, not an individual, but somebody else who is like maybe a little bit irritated that they didn't get that deal, is like, oh, way too cheap, you're being mugged off, mate. And it's like, oh man, you feel like you're at a car boot sale. There's someone behind you going, I'll give you 20 quid. I know you said a tenner, and you just think, oh man, come on, leave it. But that's pretty tedious.
No, 100% agree. 100% agree. Very, very recently, there was again, we don't want to like name too many names or sort of stuff, but there was one very recently on the groups where a price was done and everything, and someone commented saying this one figure in there is worth just as much as the whole thing bundle you're selling and everything. And then obviously if you're selling stuff, your head's going to get turned because you want as much money for it as possible. But
I think in that situation, that guy was more annoyed because the dude that was selling, he was like new to selling on the Facebook groups, and he basically was speaking to this guy, which is fine to do, but he basically said, I've been given like 20 different direct personal messages of people trying to scalp it from under it, and that's not how it should go down. So he was a bit pissed off already because he'd like, look, I've done my best to help this guy out. We've agreed a price, and there's people trying to undercut him. If you're going to undercut someone, I'm all for it, but do it out in the open. Like, be, you know what I mean? At least go like, well,
yeah, I'll go on to the undercutting sort of thing in a second. But Brad put in there, Facebook buying is okay as long as people don't think they are holding gold, as some people in the groups are pure banter. Yeah, like some people.
Yeah, some of the prices people put out there, like, the fuck have you been smoking? Like,
there's been a couple of times recently where I never would because I don't care enough and I don't want to start that. But yeah, my hands reach to be like, where did you come up with that figure for that? You know what I mean? Like, it's something that I've sold for £4, and they're like, yeah, so it's a genuine Chewbacca from 1982, 27 quid, and it's like, you're like, what? I don't understand. But you don't, much like car boots and toy fairs, you don't have to buy it. So just scroll on as far as I'm concerned.
Oh yeah, 100. Yeah. 100%.
But Brad is quite right. It is pure banter, especially when people get in arguments about stuff. Then it's just sit back and enjoy it. It's brilliant.
Yeah, I kind of wish they'd get rid of the whole evaluation thing.
Yeah.
I've left groups because it just turns into the whole thing is just, how much is this? 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 You never see shit being sold.
Yeah,
it should be like identification. Cool.
Yeah,
but now I've told you. Yeah. Now I've told you what it is. Go and find out what it's worth. You know what I mean?
Because I do love those. Like you said, I do those sort of finding out what stuff is posts are brilliant. I love it when people put up. Yeah. But when they put it up properly, they put it up in the grid with the numbers.
Yeah.
Not just put a load of weapons up and go, what have I got here? But when they put up it all grid, I love doing it because there's always going to be something in there that you don't know, and you go, I've got one of them, and or it does feel good when you like sort of know what things are, especially that really obscure, like, oh, that's the handle for the Spaceship 5 from GI. Do you know what I mean? Like
we got ourselves a nerd here, boys.
Yeah, you know it, but it's like that's cool. But yeah, like the valuation.
I like that this picture was taken on a Nokia 3210. Guys, can you tell me what this is worth? And you're like, do you want to clean your lens and maybe put a light on before you take that picture?
Or
yeah, I definitely agree with the whole valuation thing. I think
there should be a separate
just put it on eBay. Bid. If you're not sure what it's worth, just put it on eBay with a bid with a reserve price. If you get what you want, you get what you want.
Or do a Google image search, reverse search, and you will find it. You will find what it is, and then start digging into what they've sold for. I mean, come on.
But like just setting eBay to auction sold listings will give you the best sort of rough idea of what something's worth. But
or come on the Toy Division Facebook group and ask us, and I'll give you a quid for it. Whatever it is, I'll give you a quid for
it. The only Facebook group worth being in.
Yeah,
buy your t-shirts now.
If we ever did new t-shirts for what we do at Car Boots, that's what it would say on it, because that's what we always say. It'd be like, it's got to be worth a pound.
Talking about t-shirts,
it's got to be worth a pound, isn't it?
The link below.
Look at that. Also, guys, You know,
yeah, you know it.
Can someone give me a valuation on this?
But partly that's why, like, when we were talking about it, we were like, oh, it'd be nice to have a page or whatever where people could just show their toys.
Yeah,
you can just you can ask for help, you can ask whatever, but it's just no BS of the selling and people trying to figure out what they like, how much they've got sitting in their room. Like,
I think the stance we've taken is if you want to sell something, sell it to someone, whatever, do what you got to do, but we're not taking any any responsibility for anything that. No,
yeah, again, 100% agree with that. The make me an offer thing does my head in as well.
This is one of the points I want to make on the make offer.
Make it. I don't know where my camera is. There it is. Make it.
If someone puts on a post, make me an offer, and you put an offer in, do not be pissed off or like annoyed if someone goes, if I put, say for example, I put this on there and go, make me an offer.
£5.
No, I ain't taking the piss, mate. What are you doing? No, because you've asked to make an offer. I'm not going to turn around and go, oh, 100 quid. Like,
it's even worse than that, man. It's even worse than that. It's like no, that's not enough. All right, fair enough. But when it's like, oh, you'll have to do better than that. Well, then give me a ballpark. Give me a ballpark of what you want for it.
And then the thing is, though, it's like, oh no, I've seen them sell for more than that. It's like, well, you've obviously done your research enough to know what you want.
Yeah. So if you know what's too low, then start with that. Be like, no. So if someone says make me an offer, nothing under 100 quid. All right, at least you got a starting point that you can go. All right, that's what I want for it. So
yeah, no, 100%. I agree. Yeah, and it's the same with anything. It's the same when you go to, like, I'm not saying it's like it's a one bad thing at, like, on these groups, because it happens everywhere. Like, how many times you go to a toy fair or a car boot sale and you're like, how much for this? And they go, I'll make me an offer, mate. I want everything as cheap as possible because that's the way the world works. I'll give you a pound. Hey, mate, oh, you're taking the Mickey. Well, no, you've said make me an offer. Do you know what I mean?
The next, if you scroll to the next comment down, Aaron. So I was just about to say, so Vintage Toy Rush, I think the most valuation request for things I already know the price of. I was just about to say there is also loads of people genuinely ask for valuations, man, and like it is what it is. I don't, because they're like, I don't know, and whatever. But there is a huge amount of people that are going, yeah, valuations, because what you get from that is a bunch of people go, oh, when you sell this, tag me in it, which
they say don't do phishing posts, which is exactly what it is.
So you got all the vultures being like, I'll DM you. No, you're not allowed to. I won't then, but I will. So the idea being of the whole sort of first come, first claim and whatever is out the window, because you're basically so you got people going, make a valuation post. Can I please have first refusal on this?
Yeah.
Which again, whatever, man. All this stuff we're talking about, by the way, I don't lose sleep over. I really don't care that much, but it's quite funny to talk about. So
yeah, but I don't think people like talk about it enough, sort of thing. Do you know what I mean? But also, there is a like not talking about it on the group without fear of being like booted from it, because like there's another separate thing I want to talk about people being booted for doing what people do on the we'll go on to it in a second anyway.
That's going to get spicy because we have very different opinions on that.
That is very spicy.
I don't know if I'm going to start talking about something you want to talk about in a bit, but today there was a post with someone someone has put something up for sale. They've arranged to sell it, but then the person that was meant to be buying it hasn't paid for it yet, hasn't got it, had already reposted the picture.
We'll get onto this, mate. That's what Aaron wants to talk about.
Okay.
Yeah. Tom, I hate when they say PM for prices, which means
100%. It means that they just want to squeeze as much as they can get out of it. 100%.
They're too scared to put the price down on it for people to go, dude, that's well expensive.
Put the price up. And what I'll tell you, a positive, and I always try and do this. I don't know if you've ever seen the stuff that I'm not like that familiar with. I'll say, I'm looking for 20 quid, but if someone that knows more about this thinks that's outrageously overpriced, let me know, because I don't know. I've taken a punt on what I can find out. So yeah, someone doesn't want to put up there what they actually want for it because they know that it's a little bit cheeky, I would say, when they say PM for prices.
C Miles has put at one other time. I think I've asked most of you about how much something is worth, including Bizarro. So hold my hands up. we're not saying it in a way of like, oh, don't ask for valuations and do your own research, because there's sometimes like there's amount of times I have to go to these guys saying, I don't even know what the hell this is, so where do I even start to research this sort of thing?
It's more the fishing bit, and also
it's to do with fishing.
Don't worry about apologising to Tom unless you were asking how much a Funko Pop was worth, in which case you've insulted the man.
It's not even so much being asked for
life's blood. We know this.
It's not being like coming to us one-on-one and asking for help. Like, I think all of us would be more than happy to help, because I don't get to chat toys in my day-to-day life. So if someone messaged me in the evening or whatever saying, hey, what's this? I'll be like, okay, I'll chat to you about toys. But also, these pages are meant to be for like buying and selling, ideally, right? The idea is they help the collector out, or they. Yeah. So.
Andy,
it should be more selling than.
And Andy, was it you the other day that someone sort of came to you for help with some battle beasts, and then you got contacted by someone else who was like pissed off with you because you'd helped him too accurately?
I think that's the underlying sort of impression I got. Yeah.
But... yeah, it was a bit like, oh mate, you could have helped him out like a little bit in my favour. I was looking to buy them. Well, but
no, he was getting done.
Yeah.
But that's another thing, like you said, like you put you out there to the public, and like we said, like we just said it to ourselves, like if someone puts out, make me an offer, and I go £5, and you go, Andy, this guy's offered me £5 for this. Is that a good price? And Andy goes, nah, that's 20 quid he should be offering you, really. You're only you're protecting yourself. Like, there's nothing wrong with that. But it's just when people go like, oh, I've seen it sell for higher than that, which means you already know how much the thing's worth.
I think the main issues are people that are looking for valuations on stuff because they're trying to gain interest ahead of selling it.
Yeah, they're using it more. Yeah, they're using it more as a fishing post than an actual valuation. Yeah,
and specifically with Facebook groups, people that are looking for valuations to go, cheers, bang it on eBay. Oh. Because the etiquette of it is supposed to be, if you get a valuation on the group, then you offer it to the group for the agreed valuation. Is
100%.
I like that idea.
Well, when I'll go full piss like just for the act.
Well, you just like getting the threads going on and on.
As you say, I think most of us are happy to help out for info, but I said didn't research for other people. Yeah, it's true. Like. Helping people out, and also like helping people out that I've like come to the stalls and everything, have spent their money to come to shows and stuff. Like, it's not just them paying to get into the show and buy stuff. It's more than that, isn't it? They come in, they pay their money they haven't just logged onto a Facebook group and just been like,
from a slightly selfish point of view as well. So if someone came to me and said, do you know how much this is worth? I don't mind if I know the answer. If it's kind of in my field, I don't mind, because I would like to think that if I said, look, you could get this if you did this, but if I wanted it, I could say, but I will give you this for it. So I'll give you the honest answer of what you could get for it. But if you want a quick sale or whatever, just like, no, if I had, for example, a trunk load of Power Rangers that I stole off a child, because that's what children collect, Darren. I would. I'd come to you with it because you know the answers, but of course you would also get first refusal because you'd help me out. Do you know what I mean? So it's like it can help in that way as well, from a selfish point of view. That is.
Maybe I don't want to buy from you anymore. You hurt my feelings.
Well, I'll win you back over by saying if I had a trunk full of Power Rangers, I would just dump it on your front lawn because I'd just give it to you anyway. I don't want that junk. Jesus.
But I mean, we are pointing out quite negatively about the groups, but.
I
picked up something from the groups, so it's not all bad. But
I start with a positive, man. I'm nothing but love for him. I just think it's funny to nitpick. Like I enjoy being on the groups because it just doesn't matter. It doesn't matter if you don't like it, then leave or scroll on or whatever to a certain degree. Although
have either of you found yourself caught up in one of the threads where you're just like go full on keyboard warrior? Because I think I might have got myself
some of them where I've just sat there with the popcorn, just like.
I've enjoyed reading them, and the further down you go, the more you notice that the people who they're tagging in it have been grayed out, meaning it's somewhere along the line one of the admin's gone, you're out. Just buffing people off, just
really
spinning people out of the group over the place. It's awesome.
Someone asked me about Pokemon cards and Beanie Babies tonight. I don't mind helping people, but I've had some ridiculous evaluations. Yeah, like I 100% agree. Like, especially when it's like loads and loads of stuff. Because
I've got 17,000 Pokemon cards. Can you have a look through it for me? Like,
can you tell me which ones are real and fake from this picture from like here and here?
Aaron, don't you know a bit about that with Yu-Gi-Oh cards? Aaron bought about 4,000 Yu-Gi-Oh cards to find out that randomly there were random ones inserted in there that weren't real, so we had to go through every single one.
Like 1,000 fakes.
It wasn't all in one go. Like, I do a thing like during the card boot like times, I pick up Pokemon cards and Yu-Gi-Oh cards when they're cheap, and what I do, I basically bundle them into like 15 cards for £1 in like a blind bag.
Yeah,
and it's easier to sell them that way.
Yeah,
than it is to say, look, here's a big pack full of cards. Choose which ones you want.
Yeah. Pocket money toys.
Yeah, pocket money stuff, and it's like you sell 100 of them to one kid each. You've done £100. Do you know what I mean?
Well, and you can get rid of stuff that otherwise you'd never pass on.
100%. Like get rid of those energy cards and trainers cards. Anyway, so over this whole
that's how he gets rid of all his fakes.
Yeah, I'll get rid of all the fakes. Over the summer period, I was doing that. I was buying up all the Yu-Gi-Oh cards and everything, and it was Yu-Gi-Oh cards, sorry. And it came to the end of the season, and it was like, right, selling season's going to start. I want to make all these packs up and everything. So I started going through them, and I just started noticing so many of them just looked wrong. And I think out of about 4,000 cards, I think I had to burn probably about 3,000 of them.
I remember me and Annie came over that night. You look like a broken man. There was just piles of cards everywhere. It was like,
I didn't realize it was 3,000 fakes. I thought it was like 1,000 fakes. 300.
It was a lot of fakes, but there was a lot of cards to go through. A lot of
It was a lot of ones.
Okay, maybe that should be another conversation we have about fake shit. Like, I mean, Funko's being fake and fake cards. I was just like,
yeah, man.
There's a fun story about trials and tribulations of Aaron one night. Well, it wasn't one night. It was like a week's worth of me, like little factory, like and I was on like the internet, like trying to look and like, but it got to the point where I literally had two cards exactly the same, and the only thing was different was like the eyes were green and not red, and that's how you told it was how you found out it was a fake. Everything else was perfect, and it was
which one did you bin? Like the red-eyed one?
I just bin, but by that time I was binning all of them.
Wait, that's the £1,000 card. That's the unicorn card.
Yeah, it's not actually fake. It's a variant.
Yeah, it's a misprint. Oh,
Beanie Babies are glorified. Yeah, agree. Right. But people come to us for valuation to point us. I'm sorry, guys. I know I sold it all on my turtles on eBay. I'm really sorry, but you did help me price them so well.
I love that. The stones on someone to be like, mate, can you price this? Can you price this for me? Cheers. Just bang it on eBay. That's brilliant.
It would have been better if they said, "Can you have a look at my eBay page and tell me if the prices are okay?"
Like, even that is like if we did that to someone you know, then absolutely. But to almost go up to like a toy seller at a toy fair and be like, mate, can I do me a favor? Yeah, what you got to sell? What are you looking at? Well, I'm selling the same stuff as you, but for more money on eBay. What do you think? You'd be like, well, you can leave.
Yeah. Well,
if you're selling an item and the guy says it's cheaper on the other store, well, go buy that item, mate, and not forcing you. Very true. But what you tend to find as well, Matt, is you probably know yourself, is that about an hour or two later, they come back and buy it.
The classic card boot, mate. It's cheaper on eBay. Yeah, but that's not where we are right now. So don't worry about it. Right.
Plus, I doubt very much stalls at their shows are going to start doing price matches.
Yeah.
And I go, well, that guy down there, which one? Which one's that? Oh yeah, no, I know him. Yeah, that's Robo Toys. Okay, yeah, let me just go and check with him.
Yeah.
Rob, how much are you selling He-Man for? I've got it for 30. I've got it 40. Shit. Go back. I'm like, yeah, sorry, mate, you can have it for 30 quid. Fuck off.
Yeah.
any monetarization on this live stream has gone from that.
Yeah. Advertising Robo Toys cheap prices there. Free. He's not even.
Sorry, any kids that
I forgot where I was. Sorry, I forgot.
And Andy reliving years of trauma there. Yeah.
Yeah, fair play, guys. I tried to reappropriate two people. The best thing about toy collectors communities, although Star Wars can be great. Yeah.
I'd try not to talk about some Star Wars groups, but yeah.
We've probably stoked the beast enough to be talking about Facebook groups. Let's not poke it even more and be like going straight into the Star Wars community. I love Star Wars. It's one of the things I collect. I love it to bits. But yeah, some of the people in it can be sketchy as anything.
I love Rancors, but I don't care if it was the Mexican 1984 version or the Ethiopian 1985 version. I like, killing me.
I don't think it's the Ethiopian.
You know what I mean? Like, oh no, you've mispriced that, have I? Okay, well, whatever.
Boris the Fett is red-eyed. We all know what that means.
Yeah,
he's crying over the pops.
Yeah, he's crying because he's missed the Funko Pop chat.
When there's a funny so when you guys weren't at Sandown, the last one that was on this year actually, Vic, that is Vic is Boris the Fett, isn't he?
Yeah.
Vic saw I had a Mumra sword or dagger, sorry, and he had a Mumra for sale that was missing just a dagger and had everything else. So I was like, just take it, man. And he took it, and he felt really bad because moments later, like literally, he put it in the Mumra's hand, and some dude came and bought the Mumra, and he was like, I think I've touched up there, and I'm obviously like, no. But the funny end to that story is Vic wasn't really paying enough attention, so he massively underpriced, and he sold like a complete Mumra for like a tenner or so, ridiculous. So that just reminded me of that, Vic, and I enjoyed that. I'm sorry you missed out on, but you know.
Was he red-eyed that day as well?
he may have been slightly red-eyed. I don't know, but it was a fun day. It was a good day.
What's the fake Black series?
Yeah,
what?
Yeah, it is serious. Like the amount of fakes and KOs of Black series out there is crazy. To the point, I don't look into it because I'm so scared that I'm going to find this stuff that I thought was cool.
Are they that well made? Like I've never.
Yeah. Like you couldn't tell until you actually got two boxes side by side and you realise that the TM on Star Wars isn't on the box.
Yeah,
like they are.
Can I ask Brad what figure he got burnt on?
Is Aaron worried he's got 250 quid's worth of pre-orders of Chinese knockoffs? Is that the problem? 250 yen later.
I love it when you ask for a price of an item at Carbu and the first word is this much on eBay. Yeah.
What do you guys think about? We've all seen it on that people go around with their phone out with the eBay scanning app, especially for video games, and just scan them in to see how much they're worth before they buy them. I don't know where I sit with that because you've got every right to do that, but it just seems a little bit. I don't know. It just doesn't sit well with me. I don't know why, because it's not a problem, but it's just weird, isn't it?
I'm going to say big shout out to Colin for people tend to forget you guys to cover your costs and setting up a toy fest. Yes, 100% petrol, all that sort of stuff. And maybe that'll bring it back in because I have put down the Toy Fair versus the Facebook groups as like a little subject on here. So we'll sort of put it back.
Always Toy Fair because you get to hang out.
You get to see the product. You get to hang out and you get to do that. But I just remember like the first time I sort of realised, the first time I found out about like Facebook groups was because I was selling at the NEC. And I remember because someone came up to me and basically said, I can get this cheaper on this group. And you're sitting there going like, on what? It was like, on a Facebook group for selling stuff. And that's how I found out about one of the groups.
Yeah, I think you added, I think I found out through you because I was like, no.
Yeah,
do you guys, I don't consider that a strong starting haggle point.
But
if I've got something to sell and someone goes, well, I'll get it cheaper here, I'll be like, cool, man, we'll go and do that and leave. But if someone's haggling, then it's fine.
But the thing is like when I actually went on the group, I think the figure was like £4, £5 cheaper.
Had half a head missing.
But it was like plus £3 postage. So it only worked out to be like £2 cheaper anyway. And I was like, but the thing was in your hand. Like you knew exactly what you were buying. And you don't have to worry about it being sent Hermes and never turning up ever again.
You don't have to worry about getting Andied and found at the end of the road. And
we don't need to bring up Hermes every time we chat.
But I'm going to every time until it's not funny. Well, it's not funny. It sucks, but you know. We got to get our Hermes ripping. I'm not ripping you, I'm ripping Hermes.
Yeah. But it's one of those things that I have noticed now that when I do the groups, like do the shows and everything, it's no one really mentions eBay much anymore. Like it seems to be the place to like market your prices on and everything seems to be the Facebook groups now.
That's kind of annoying because a lot of the time those things are price specific. Well, they should be sometimes price specifically for collectors. So, for example, if I was on a Facebook group and people are aware that I collect boglins, and then someone's got a boglin up and they want 20 quid for it, and I'm like, oh man, would you take 18? They're like, yeah, man, because you like boglins. Cool, and it is what it is. But even at toy fairs, people have said to me, and I'm sure you guys as well, if I give you 20 quid for that, then there's nothing in it for me when I resell it.
Immediately 100%.
Resell it. And I'm
like, all right.
Yeah, well, that's fine because I'm not trying to sell it to a seller. I'm trying to sell it to someone that wants to keep it. So, yeah, you can use Facebook groups as a yardstick for prices, but you've got to be a little bit careful because sometimes things are a bit cheaper on there because people are trying to give them to people that want to keep them, but also because sometimes people just want rid of it. They simply are like, I've put stuff up there for crazy low prices because I'm sick of looking at it, and I think, I can avoid eBay fees. I've just got to pay PayPal fees. Maybe someone will just take it off my hands. So it's not really a fair yardstick as to what something is worth to a degree.
I think someone knows about.
You know, they call this parcel farce, isn't it? That's what I call it. Parcel farce.
Yeah.
Yeah, they really wanted to see what was in my recent delivery from Brad. Luckily, everything was fine though, so it's fine.
Did you show Brad the box?
Yeah, I'm fairly confident I did. Yeah, I did. Yeah.
If you didn't, Brad, that box, it looked like they'd gone at it with an attack dog, but I didn't get to the inside, so it's all good.
But the box had been on and off the van for about 3 days. Like, such a weird tracking thing they had.
It'd been drop kicked on and off the van a couple of times.
It literally looks like they yeeted it to your balcony.
Yeah. Who?
Yeet straight up there.
We're not talking delivery services. It's all worked out fine. I wasn't stressed or anything about this box. I remained calm.
Toy fairs are my favorite way to buy toys. They're in your hand. You get to know the seller, and you find stuff you don't know. Yeah, that is one of the things. And I've noticed that on the groups as well, though. Like people that have bought from people, they've actually got like a repertoire going on the group as well. Like,
definitely,
you do see the same names popping up most of probably 80% of the time. It's the same names,
especially for certain things. Like there are certain guys, or I'll speak to this guy and they're trusted because they're not piss takers and they know their stuff and they're good at they send stuff out properly and all that sort of stuff. It's good.
Yeah, 100%. But yeah, so I agree. Favorite way to buy. But on that note, there's like something I've got here. I have found being on the groups, I have probably bought more accessories for stuff. Being in the Facebook groups to be able to complete stuff than I do.
Have you ever used them for kind of because the thing that I do like about them very much is the kind of looking for or wanting to buy. Hasn't really helped me out personally, but I've not done it very often. But I like the idea that I could go, has anyone got one of these? And a bunch of some people might say, yeah, if I'm prepared to pay what the asking price is. But I like that idea that someone might go. I see loads of people saw it. There's a few set up that are specifically for accessories, like Star Warsy stuff and whatever. And I kind of I like that idea. I think that's quite cool.
Yeah. So, toy fairs again have the actual product in your hand is far superior to anything else. But I actually have to admit that accessory wise, I have found so much more.
Do you think that's because? Sorry, do you think that's because at the toy shows, I'm bad at this as well. I'll often just have like a pot of accessories, and I don't really go through it myself. I just get accessories. They go in the pot. If someone wants to go through the pot, they can have a look at it. Whereas on the websites or the whatever you call them pages, they're laid out nicely flat. The pictures above, you can see what the accessory is. A lot of the time, the seller will make the effort to be like, Power Rangers, Mask, Thundercats, blah, blah, blah. So it's easier for you to see. Whereas at the toy shows, if you walk past a table and you see like a big orange duck or whatever, you're like, what? I want that. Sorry, I want that. Whereas the accessories, I don't know. I'm not going to sift through a tub of accessories, but I would sift through a tub of muscle men.
I was going to say, Andy, on that, other than maybe the rummager, who's a different breed.
Oh yeah, true.
If you are also selling at a toy fair, you might get a chance to whip around, have a look, duck in here and out, but you're unlikely to get to rummage through a box at the bottom and look for accessories. So,
Aaron does, because he leaves the stall every 10 minutes.
Well, that's because he's the rummager.
That's because I got you boys looking after it.
He rummages, I grab, and you giggle. We know our dynamic, mate. Let's not break the let's not break the works. It's fine.
Yeah.
Okay. I find it hard to keep track of Facebook groups and have FOMO.
Dude, to be fair, mate, we've seen your new setup. You don't need any more toys, so it's fine. you have completed toys.
That's another thing, though. Yeah, he has completed toys. His setup looks insane, but I agree with the whole like keeping track of posts. Like, there's things that I've seen that people are asking for valuations, or like, oh, will be for sale after. And you're like, oh, interested, let me know. Don't want to give a valuation.
I'm putting this up tonight, and you're like, I'm not sitting there at my like.
Yeah, but then I don't know if it's Facebook or a problem with like, I don't know, the algorithms or whatever. But like, it's never in sync.
Yeah, you've got to go in there and actually set it. Set it to newest. Yeah, you got to.
Otherwise, even if it says it, that's how it's set. I tend to never find the same thing twice unless I really search for it. Like, I have to really want the weapon.
Do you get notifications of things being put up on Facebook groups and go, oh, and you're like, I get, and you're like, oh, 16 minutes ago this happened, and someone's claimed it, and 3 people have gone, oh, that was a good price, and I'm like, yeah, I'd have bought that, but I'm 27 years late to the party, so
yeah.
Brad's had another yeeted parcel,
another Hermes.
Also, yeah, we said that earlier, Pete. Like, to actually learn from them is brilliant, because when people do put up accessories, what is it, or even put figures up, anyone know what it is? You do learn a lot, expand your knowledge. Yeah, 100%. That side is what I love about them.
I got bang into the Exo Squad because someone put a picture. This is ages ago on Facebook. I'm like, I'm into that. So now I have a bunch of Exo Squad.
Well, you boys tagged me in that that massive Power Ranger bundle that was just like accessories and random stuff.
Yeah, and, you bought it, did you? Or...
Yeah, I bought it, but it was like, it kind of was that kind of, oh, that's a lot of money, but like, where am I going to find this little bit, or where am I going to find this little bit? And then actually this little bit, these 3 bits here means I can pull a whole Zord and have it's now complete to be sold on. So, like, yeah.
I mean, it's got to be hard for the admins as well to actually try and.
Some have like 20,000 members. It's basically impossible to actually.
Yeah, no, that's what I mean. So like, I don't know, not backtracking. Like, I don't want people to look at this and be like, oh, these 3 are dicks. Like, they're going in really hard. It's not that.
These 3 are dicks.
What? I think this ship is long sailed from people not thinking dicks.
Oh, you're considering Dan did tell everyone that they're all stupid for not voting for him when I won Steve Irwin.
I didn't say I did, mate. Come on, let's not rewrite history. I didn't say they were idiots for not voting for me. I said they were idiots if they thought that was a good Steve Irwin toy. Come on, let's have it right.
In true Brock Lesnar style, I still have the belt.
Only because of COVID, bitch. Wait till COVID's finished.
Well, I got someone buy the shield off me.
He gets accessories from the US. Okay.
Yeah, Aaron's only got that belt still because basically the world's gone into lockdown. I don't think this should count as a reign. This is
basically. I phoned up my man in China, got him to eat a bat, and it meant I've kept the belt for the longest time possible.
I feel like there are better ways to keep hold of a small child's replica belt than like, pandemics. But I applaud the effort, mate. It's good.
No, I bought a Demolition Man figure, and people voted for Steve Irwin over it. So I was like, no, it's got to be serious. So it needs to be a AAA problem.
So what you're saying, Aaron, is idiots. Yeah.
Not idiots. I respect and I love the viewers. They all have their own opinion.
I'd be intrigued to know what websites.
What the US ones?
Yeah. I
think it's like we used to do back in the day when it was cheaper to get stuff like from America, because I know you.
I used to buy.
We used to go in on like bulk buy from America and get it sent over, and for some reason it always got through being taxed, and all of a sudden they obviously cracked down on it and stuff because every little thing's then started getting stopped.
Yeah.
I guess P noticed my little hesitation.
Very confused.
I was like,
I'm afraid P is too much. We don't know the down with the kids lingo, man. I'm still getting to grips with YOLO.
Evening, Toy Scav. We all look good. I hope you are good.
Claire.
Hello, mate.
You just passed me another.
So yes, one of the last bad points and kind of funny points of the Facebook group, and one of them I did, and your YOLO kind of reminded me of it.
Yeah, nice segue. I like it.
Yeah, nice segue into a yo-yo gate.
Yeah.
So this was a thing that I kind of found a bit of a odd thing with them, and kind of I felt it kind of contradicted a lot of people on there. So someone bought a job lot of said items.
I think it was 3, but yeah, or 2, but yeah.
For a great deal. But it was kind of like the guy said, "How I'm selling these, someone make me an offer," and I think he did it right.
No. The dude put them up for what he wanted for them.
Yeah, he put them up. Didn't have money.
Yes, so he went, "These are for sale. This is what I want for them." And this other dude jumped on it, right? The controversy came when the guy then tried to be like post included, which is a bit cheeky, because he'd already got a good price.
Yeah,
and a bunch of people went, "Man, that was way too cheap." But the guy that was selling them was like, that's what I wanted for them. They like, hopefully they're going to a good home, right? So that's where we're at. The story continued, Aaron. Oh, am I continuing the story?
Oh, you seem to. Yeah, go for it. You know a lot better than I do.
I was setting the scene in the sense that he didn't go on there and go like, "I don't know what these are worth." The guy selling them went, "This is what I want for this," and someone went, "I'll buy that."
And that's where you're at. Story short, the guy got a great deal. He then put them on eBay and sold them on eBay
for twice the price.
Yeah, and made a lot of money.
Well, not a lot of money, just twice the price he paid for them. But you know, when you're paying 20 quid for something,
yeah. So, and it sparked a massive kind of debate on buying stuff, and like how out of order it was that he got it on a great deal and then sold it for profit. And then people chimed in and was like, "Well, that's what you do at car boot sales on here," and it went crazy. A lot of people got booted from the group.
A bunch of people got muted. A bunch of people got booted. A lot of people cried into their cornflakes.
I'm sure a lot of people on those pages are resellers anyway.
Yeah, 100%.
That's why I didn't understand why there was such controversy about it. Like, it sucks someone didn't get it that would have kept them and appreciated it, but someone got in there first.
The people that are on these pages that are regulars, almost to a man, are collector sellers.
Yeah.
So they buy stuff, take what they want out of it, sell the rest, or they buy something, upgrade what they've got, sell their old stuff, or they buy something, sell it to fund something they want to get. Which I think we all are. Which is you try and fund your own. For me, if you try and buy something by giving a sob story or like, "Oh man, that's all I've ever wanted," or "I had it as a kid," whatever, and then you resell it immediately, then that's it's just shady. That's just a sketchy thing to do, because you're same or the classic toy fair. "Oh, it's for my granddaughter." Is it now? Right? That sucks. But personally speaking, if someone puts something up for sale for the money they want for it and you buy it, it's yours to do with what you want, regardless of kind of like, "Oh yeah, but that's not the spirit." It's like, yeah, but it's yours now. So you can, because I know that there's some other groups have like a 3-month in their rules. If you buy something off there, you can't resell it specifically on eBay for 3 months, or you can sell it back on the group you bought it for, but you wouldn't be expected to ask for any more than you paid for it.
Right.
Which I think is putting a huge amount of trust in people, because a lot of people.
Who polices that? Like, is there someone?
No one polices it. No.
That's crazy.
It gets police when someone calls it out and basically goes, I didn't get it. I didn't buy that. I wanted it. And someone else is, and now they're jacking the prices up, and then all hell breaks loose, and people get booted out of groups.
But does it purely come down to the fact that I missed out, I didn't get it for a good price to sell it on, so
maybe, but
make a big deal about it.
In the case you're talking about, I believe that the gentleman involved who bought the items, this is my understanding, who bought the items and then put them on eBay, was a serial lowballer, backdoor dealer. So I think that he wasn't really like. I think there were issues there, and that's what he does. Is my understanding that he goes in, he lowballs people, or he like undervalues stuff, and he does. That's my understanding. Because there was an issue there already, but I don't know, man. It just like some people got booted off for kind of supporting him, which is like, if I buy something at a car boot for £1 and I sell it at a toy fair, that's fine. That's good. Are you the man? Like, well done. How lucky, or how smart you are. But if someone asks for £30 for something, like imagine I bought a one of those Indominus Rexes, right? Cheap rubbish bit of plastic, Jurassic World Indominus Rex. Imagine I bought one off a Facebook group for £30, right? And then 4 weeks later, as what happened, people were buying them on eBay for 70, 80 quid. Am I not allowed to sell that on eBay and be like, geez, I could just sell this for like 70 or 80 quid? Which is it like, oh no, that's bad form because you only paid this for it? It's like, oh.
Does that come down to the fact that it's an Indominus Rex and it's like it's not a cool thing to have? Like, well, not a cool thing to have. It's like something people don't really.
It's not specialist, right? It's not unique. Yeah, maybe. I don't know. And also, if I'd have got it for £30 because I'm like, man, my son, it's the last thing he needs, and it's all he's ever wanted. And then I'm like, nice, sell it for 30. I don't know. I don't know where the line is. What if I bought something for a good price, and someone was like, I'll give you triple what that's worth because I want it that much.
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't know where the line is, but I understand that the sour feeling that people had over it because it is a bit shady. It didn't sit right. But at the same time, what are you gonna do about it? This is the world we live in.
That's what I don't understand. Like, there is nothing different from doing what.
Well, the difference is, and this is what people were pointing out. The difference is that at a car boot sale or a toy fair, people are just shifting stuff and whatever. But there is this theory, and it is supported in a way that the Facebook groups are something of a community. But for some people, they're absolutely not. A lot of people that are on them Facebook groups, and absolutely fair play to them, also have shops and have online shops and have real shops. And it's just an extension of, I might be able to sell it here because people are looking at stuff and they want to get it. And that's fine too. So I don't know. Personally speaking, I'm like, it was a funny conversation. It was about 700 comments long.
Yeah. And like Peace put here, if you purchase a car boot sale to resell for it to go to a collector, okay, but snooping at a Facebook group full of collectors, just being first, not fair play. Just pass and let a true fan get it. But why?
I disagree because it is fair. I know what you're saying, P. I get it, but it is fair play because someone said this is what I want for it, and he was first there and went, "Well, I'll take it."
Yeah, you can't. And going back,
have the right to say, but if it's not for you, you can't have it. Do you know what I mean?
Just going back to what Toy Scavenger, or should we say Toy Savager now? Business is business.
Toy Savager.
Yeah, you like that pun?
Toy Savager. Love it.
Business is business. The toy world is a savage place. It is, and I've never seen. I've been to many of the football matches. I've been to playoffs, like missing out on playoffs at Wembley and everything. I've never seen more grown men cry over. Like, I've seen more grown men cry over toys than anything else. It seems to be.
That's a bold statement, man, because you support Brentford, so you must have seen a lot of tears in your time.
I've been there. I think Brentford has the worst track record at Wembley, bar one other team, and that is Preston. It's awful.
Yeah, but no, I'm not dismissing what P's saying. It is a bit of a sour one. But I don't know what you're supposed to do about it.
Well, what's it like?
We all buy things to sell. Like,
I think of the word quickly. Like, it's not good form. It's not etiquette. It's not.
It's not
a gentleman's agreement. But at the end of the day, there's no difference between
in the instance that we're talking about, the incident, whatever. The person that actually brought it up on the Facebook group was nothing to do with it.
He was just somebody else.
He wasn't the seller. He wasn't the. He was just someone that was pissed off that he didn't get them, and then caused this massive EastEnders episode. It was crazy.
Was there a profit involved? People always be jealous, but that's the art of trading. Understand what you're buying. Yeah, no, 100%.
Yeah, and there was profit involved. That's why they.
Well, I think everyone's right in this situation, but it wasn't the profit that made the guy or whoever got upset jealous. I think it was the fact that they really wanted that article.
Yeah,
we wanted that item, and they've just seen it go. And they did raise a valid point that if people then put them on eBay for triple the price, I mean, yeah, people are going to pay it, but it somewhat distorts the market. I mean, that I don't know why, but why are WWF Hasbro figures right now quadruple the price they were? Because they're just getting jacked up, and eBay and things like that do have something to do with that.
But then that also has obviously Netflix has probably been a part of that, and obviously the major wrestling figure podcast is really popular. So, but
there's other reasons. You're right.
It stems down from the pure fact that, for example, someone's gone to a car boot sale and bought it for 50p. So, say for argument, I bought it for 50p. I then sold it to Andy for £2. And he's gone, oh, I've got it now. Dan, do you want it? Yeah, I want it. £4. I want to double my money. Dan's gone, okay, I'll spend £4 on that. And then all of a sudden, when I get my next one, it's like, well, they're £4 now. So I sell it to Andy for £4. Do you know what I mean? It's like it's a snowball effect. And the more people spend money on it and actually are willing to go, oh, I will spend £6 on a Hasbro.
But it comes down to the one fundamental fact that, and this is true, I guess, in everything in life, so it doesn't really need saying, but what we're talking about, what we enjoy, what the people that are maybe still watching this, I was baffling on, is things that only worth.
We still have readers, viewers.
But everything we're talking about, everything we enjoy, is only worth what someone's willing to pay for it. Obviously, that's an obvious thing to say, right? But it is true, because something is only desirable if it's desirable to someone. So I guess.
But then also with this whole game, if you're looking at toys as like a financial sort of thing, which I think you shouldn't do. But it's one of those things. When I say shouldn't do, you shouldn't rely on the fact that a figure is going to be worth a certain amount, because there's going to be a point where it's not, and that's always going to be the point where no one wants to buy it anymore. And you've got like, the problem is that you look at it with Ghostbuster figures. Personally, our vintage Ghostbuster figures going to be worth. What's the point of spending 100, say for argument's sake, £100 on a boxed original Ghostbuster figure when you can order one for 20 quid from one of the reissues? Do you know what I mean?
I don't know, Pete. Answer that question in the comments, mate. Hasn't Pete got all of them?
I can't read the comments. I always feel left out in these comments.
I'm saying perhaps P can tell us if that is if that is true. He's got some unbelievably nice pieces and just Ghostbusters and all sorts.
Just like to say, Paul, if you do go for toy savagery, you know who came up with that. It's an interesting argument, guys. Where does the Blue Bag Patrol come into this?
Is he talking about Shoe Man?
It's an interesting argument. Where does the Blue Bag Patrol come into this? Oh, he means like, Shoe Man.
Like people that would just go and get everything.
Is that what we're talking about? Like the hunter-gatherer guys? That
interesting argument. Where does the Blue Bag come into this?
That's the way I'm reading it. Yeah, and they annoy us. There's a couple of women. It's like a mother and a daughter. We were at the show. I think it was just me and Aaron, and the table had. It was like full crash test dummies. It had some Transformers. It had quite a few bits. And this lady with her like shopping trolley literally just cleared the whole table. And then the lady was like, "Oh, it's for a charity. Just make a donation." And she was like, "Oh," and I honestly think she gave like 20 quid for like shopping baskets full of toys. It was like, what are you doing with them? Like,
But
is that the same car boot you got arrested for punching a woman and her daughter in the face and stealing their bags?
But I think also, like, going on that, I think that is kind of why the Facebook the Facebook groups were set up to begin with, because these blue bag patrol people were going round buying said toy from the car boot sale and stick it straight away on eBay for buy now £35. When we all know, mate, that's a £5 figure. I don't know why.
But that's also why having kind of, I say experts loosely because I don't know what I'm talking about, but people on these groups that do know about toys in general. A lot of people that are, Ed, Retro Geek Out, Toy Scavenger, people that know what they're talking about, and if they're in these groups, then it does help keep a check on what certain things do go for. So you don't just go onto eBay and be like, oh, well, I guess it must be worth that much because there is a place you can go. Is this worth it?
And that's fundamentally why these groups were set up. They were set up for collectors to sell stuff and buy stuff. So that £35 eBay
and to show and to talk to each other and show people their collection.
100%.
That's why I thought originally liked them. I liked the idea that you could go and talk to people about collections and see things that you don't necessarily have or you've never seen before, and you're like, that's good. That's a cool toy. That's a cool line. That's like, wow, that's something I've never seen before. That's something I've seen only in pictures, but like a stock picture. But like now I'm seeing it in someone's collection.
And keeping up to date with new stuff that's coming out is nice as well to see what's coming up.
Yeah, exactly. But
a lot of those sites for me aren't like that, and I don't really like them. I'd rather go. I do enjoy much more going to even just going to a boot fair. Right there, the blue bag people that pick up everything annoy you. You're going to get annoyed wherever you go, whether it's the Tesco shopping or a boot fair. But it's that thrill of the hunt, like the thrill of actually being there. Okay, yeah, we might have to wake up at 5 a.m, but if you're walking down a boot fair and you see something that you've wanted for a long time, or even something you didn't even know you want, but all of a sudden you're seeing it, like
you see the colours.
Yeah. Like, yeah, I'm not a mess. I have bought things on the Facebook group, so I'm not going to say like I hate them totally. But
no, I 100% agree with you. Like, I don't. It's fun to talk about the bad points.
I think if
you don't talk about them.
You can't have a conversation and be like, Facebook groups, they're good. Yeah,
exactly.
Yeah,
but at the end of the day, I think Andy touched on it literally a little bit earlier. We set Toy Division up and we said the one thing we don't want to do in the group is do toy selling, because we don't want to deal with all the problems. And fair play to these guys. These guys they work normal jobs. They probably work Monday to Friday. They got families, and the last thing they want to do is turn their phones on to see like 50 messages of, well, this person sold a toy and didn't give it to me first.
Can I speak to an admin, please? Oh.
Yeah, exactly. Like, that's what
I love your disgruntled like Karen toy seller voice.
Technically, that Karen toy, it comes deep down for when I miss out. That's where I pull it from.
But it's happened to all of us. We've missed out on stuff. I've 100% missed out on stuff.
Oh, 100%, yeah.
I've claimed something and people have been like, it's too cheap. Oh, sorry, mate, I can't sell it to you. I've been told it's too cheap. So, like the idea of this thing is, I don't know.
Go back.
Matt made a great point about Andy here.
Aaron, quickly go back one comment. Just go back one comment.
I can't see any comment. Oh, you said Aaron.
Oh, I was going to say, sorry, to P's comment.
P's comment?
Yeah. About me making good points. No, about me making good points. Hey, don't listen to anything I say. I don't know what I'm talking about, and my opinions are formed literally as they fall out of my mouth. So, like
in other words, you can't remember what he said.
I bought a Captain America shield, and he's literally my least favorite person. Don't listen to me about anything.
I'll give you a $5 for it. I've already said it. You said make me an offer,
mate. Nah, mate. Nah, got to be worth more than that, mate. I've already had 70 direct messages telling me it's worth more than that.
That's just from Andy.
Yeah, but I'll bang it on eBay, mate. It's worth more on eBay.
But it is.
But yeah, Matt would put hunter-gatherers, beards, and smell of digestives, and that's just the women. And Andy.
Has he been to our local car boots? That's why we go to them.
I know, right?
That's where we get all our girlfriends.
For me, it's all about the fun of collecting, not profit. There are better things that make money off trading. Well, they do say, don't they say it's like some stupid thing like Lego is technically worth more than gold or something?
The value of the Lego is appreciated more than the value of gold in percentage wise. Yeah.
Yeah. So
if you leave it in this box, never look at it, never make it.
Not friends Lego, mate. No one wants that.
But then the thing is though, like
I open most things.
There's nothing wrong with
value straight away.
There's nothing wrong with having stuff going like just it's cool to like know people. Oh yeah, I picked this up for like £5 and like it's worth 50. If I bought it from a show, it'd be 50 quid. Like it's cool to have stuff like that, but it's going to be worth 50 quid. So you know if the car needs new tires or something, I know you can sell it and make some money to pay for that off or something. But you've just got to worry like everything, and it's like trading in like stock. Stuff's gonna dip eventually.
I don't think I've ever looked at my toys and thought investment for the future.
It's nice knowing that like there's money sitting if I ever need it.
Yeah.
Like
sometimes I look at it and cry and think, how much have I spent on certain things?
If you ask Tom, he's happy to know that if everything's got truly desperate, he can burn his Funko Pops for warmth. I'll never be cold.
Sorry, to go back to the comment, Todd Scabs put, there are some groups I don't buy from. I'm in them, but I keep an eye on them for prices and threads. I like them, but I'm not trying to get involved with them.
That's a good use of a Facebook group, I reckon.
Yeah, 100%.
See what's going on, see what's out there. See, like, who would have thought all of a sudden that Toxic Crusaders are the biggest thing in the world? Just it's good to see.
Shout out to the best Facebook group, best toy Facebook group out there.
It is amazing.
He's already getting in there to dismiss the reputation that we've just started. The rumor that he's actually the Toy Savager. So he's been too nice.
Yeah, but that's how the Toy Savager works. He reels in on a little bit of nice, and then he's going to come out and.
Is he about to offer me a $5 for that Captain America shit?
He's buttering you up, Dan.
You can have it. Take it. Don't want it.
People backing out of deals are the worst. Yeah, agree.
Now, I'm not going to talk about that because but I 100% agree on that. I'm going to leave it at that. When you say yeah. I bought stuff that I didn't want, that I already had, that I made a mistake, but once I've committed to buying it, it's getting bought. And the other way around.
Dan's referring to me not buying a lot of wrestlers off of him. That I kept saying, yeah, I'll sort that out. And then, sorry, COVID's happened. I've been furloughed. I can't afford them, and he's now stuck with 400 wrestlers.
Dude, that worked hugely in my favor, man. I'm an eBay god for wrestlers. I'm
just asking you live on screen.
It's 100% right. If someone says they'll sell you something for something, they should honor it, and vice versa. If you commit to buying something, you really should buy it. But
it's the same as that one of like, oh, how much is this? Yeah, tenner, mate. Oh, cool. Yeah. I've only just come in here, so I'll come back later on.
Yeah.
Oh, but they might think it's too expensive, and they don't want to be rude and say like, oh, it's a little bit pricey for me, and walk off. I'm not a haggler. I've often overpaid for stuff because I'm like,
when the deal is done.
Yeah, you have.
What you say, Andy hasn't overpaid for stuff?
No, I said I'm not a haggler. I've overpaid for stuff.
Yeah. Because sometimes I'm not very comfortable just when someone says like, "God, this Bucky O'Hare's like £8." I'm like, "Oh, that's kind of an all right price." I'll just take it. And I'm walking it off, going, "Yeah, it's not really worth £8."
Andy, have I not taught you anything? The secret to lowballing someone is you tell them you're going to lowball them first, and then just make it fun. Like honestly, if someone comes in and goes, "Man," if someone said to me, "Dude, like I'm gonna upset you."
I've seen you in action. I nearly saw you make someone cry with your lowball offer. So,
but I told him I was going to lowball them. Like I'm not lying to him. I'm like, dude, this is. You're never going to hear a more insulting offer than this. But let's start there. Start there. But you're too nice, Andy, and you give stuff away, and people go, but, and you go, all right then, and you just give it away. I mean, we all do it as well. I don't know why I'm picking on you.
They walk off. I'd go. I bet their child isn't really looking for that.
What you should be thinking is, well, how much do you love your child? £10? Do you love your child a tenner? Well, then give me a tenner for it.
Not the child.
No, I don't want your child for a tenner.
Terrifying. I don't want the child.
It's just weird.
You guys should do a comedy sketch on the different characters of people buying on the Facebook market.
It would be well brief. It would just be me going, and that's it.
And I'll be the keyboard warrior, safe behind my keyboard. You're all scum.
my one voice of, but you said it was going to be this, and it was actually this, and the corner of the box wasn't perfect. Ah!
So Facebook groups, where do we sit? Are they good? Are they bad?
They're good. They're good.
They've got their good points. They've got their bad points. I love everything about them. I love it when things go wrong because I just sit in the comments reading them.
Yeah, I mean, our chats when things are going on, it's like, have you seen this? No. Where is it?
We are like a bunch of like old ladies. Like,
no, we're not like we're like a bunch of teenage girls get side chat on like, oh, I can't believe you said that. And back to Edge Retro Geek Out, I'd much rather do a comedy sketch show on the PP Get a Car boot sales because that is comedy gold on every level. Bagsy Shoe Man, I'm going to be Shoe Man.
I'm going to be Crazy Lady.
Yeah.
Yeah, Lego.
I was in the past life, believe it or not, invest in Lego, not gold, best decision ever. There you go. Invest in Lego. You've heard it here first. Toy Vision live chat.
I've got a lot full of Lego that Andy's not going to buy off me.
See, I think you guys have a great balance of buying and selling. Believe it, to fund your hobbies. Personally, think people financial value are fooling themselves because nothing lasts forever. No, I agree 100%.
Even cold November rain.
It does go on for at least 8 minutes though.
Yeah, and it proves you can solo without having your guitar plugged in, which is pretty sweet.
I just like to make a point, like when I do look like on the buying and selling stuff and everything, I will never buy anything for the fact that it's like, well, if I buy it, if I mark it up at an extra $5, like if I know I can't buy it cheap enough that I can sell it for value, I don't bother.
I personally never ever bought anything off Facebook for the pure purpose of making money on it. I only get stuff off there for things for my own personal collection. I've never bought anything to resell off Facebook.
The things I get off there, if they're actual toys, it's 9 times out of 10 it's for me. It's normally accessories and stuff that I buy because it's.
I was going to say, if you when you like you said earlier, you get a box load of accessories, man. Where else are you going to get that? Especially at
exactly. But I was just saying, like, and the great balance between buying and selling is I'm very much a collector, and you guys are as well, and a few of the other sellers in the chat are collectors, so they know what collectors are willing to pay for it. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And okay, there's probably been times we might, like the Indominus Rex was like when I sold my one, I did ask for like top eBay dollar.
I literally sold that to a woman at the NEC for 30 quid because it was the last one her kid needed and we could hear her child crying. Do you remember from the other end of the building about not getting it? I'm like, just take it, jeez.
But yeah,
she got me with that one.
But like if you guys you come to the shows and everything, I'm not someone I'm down for a haggle. Do you know what I mean? I love the barter. I love the to and throwing from it. Like I'm not talking about like pure like coming in and being like taking
be funny with it, man. Be funny.
If you're gonna take
let's have some entertainment.
Yeah, don't take the piss with me about it. But if you're gonna come in with a bit of a joke about it and everything, we'll have some banter. Do you know what I mean? Like if you come in deadpan like this, I'm just gonna be like, no, don't worry about it. But coming in it a bit funny, or if you are sitting there and you want to barter a few things, like let's do it. Like I love that sort of thing. It's probably one of the fun bits about the shows.
Yeah, everyone loves a bundle.
You know it.
I don't, because I've got to try and do maths, and
I even love it when bundle things together and they get put on Facebook marketplaces the next day.
Can I just say that Andy's Toys and Models has just given away a deadly secret there. If you ever see Andy's Toys and Models at a fair, just buy more than 4 items and he'll get confused and you end up with 3 or 4, but 3 of them for free.
If anyone on this has dealt with me, and it does take me a while to figure out bundles, and my phone often doesn't work, and I'm like,
there's been so many times I've been like, we've been at the stalls and everything, and you're sort of looking over, watching you like get redder and redder because like it's just not going right.
Is that before or after the Aaron special coffee?
Well, Mama's go-go juice. That should be going.
Mama Aaron's go-go juice gets you going you go wild for 10 hours, but then you completely crash.
It's enough to get you up to the NEC whole day and back.
Just about back.
Just about. So if anyone's at the NEC or the next Sandown or whenever we meet up again, if they come and ask for Mama's Go-Go juice, I'll hook you up.
I will also point out that you might need to bring your own cup because we are still living in a pandemic.
This is true. But okay. Matt brings up another good point. These people, guys, girls, whatever the correct way of saying it is. But yeah, it's like when they just pull out their change and you're like, how did you like? That's not going to work. Like even I say no to that. Like I'm sorry, that's just.
I'll take it if it's within 50p of what we've agreed. Do you know what I mean? If it's like, this is what I've got on me, that's fine. But yeah, if it's 20 pounds and 87p short, was that the right maths? Bang.
But don't get me wrong, like if it's coming towards the end of the day and like how much is this figure? 20 quid, and they go, they literally open their wallet and they go, I've only got 15 quid. Do you know what I mean?
Oh yeah, yeah.
Like, if I know there's still a bit of money in it, it's like But then I think
I love that if they've got like I often do like 50p bins for the minifigures or whatever, and then they're like, I just want one. I've only got a £20 note. Can I just have it? It's like, no, I'm going to get you £19.50 and 50p change, motherfucker. I'm going to give you.
I base those decisions on how much I can be bothered to box back up and put in the car. So if you want to buy a big toy off me, come at the end of the day because you'll get it because I can't be bothered to take it home.
I've totally ruined Aaron's life for you by swearing. I apologise.
It's fine. No, YouTube's not advertising this stuff.
we make no money from this.
So buy a t-shirt. Buy a t-shirt and help fund Andy on the missing money he doesn't make it toy friends. Every t-shirt you buy helps Andy pay for that one muscle man he's giving away.
Like people do ask that though. They're like, I've only got a 20. It's 50p. Can I just have it? It's like, no, that's not.
Yeah, no, I know what you mean.
I'd say no, but you can have 40 of them in exchange for that £20 note. That's not a problem.
Yeah,
but for me, I wouldn't be able to counter 40.
I guess Facebook Marketplace is just like never prepared. Yeah, Facebook Marketplace is wild at times.
I've never bought anything off. I don't know anything about Facebook Marketplace.
Some of the cleaning masks get put up are a bit suspect, and there's been a few I've
got lucky a couple of times on Facebook Marketplace.
Well,
I think it does come down to luck.
Came off Facebook Marketplace.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? So you do get lucky on there. And last year I got that big Ghostbusters collection off there.
Did you we went to that guy's house to get that Power Ranger stuff? Was that through Facebook Marketplace? Or did he
One of them might. No, the one we went to wasn't. He reached out to me.
Oh, that's fair. That makes sense.
The one I went down to like a week or two later was from the Facebook Marketplace, yeah.
Because there's a couple of places we've been. I think it's a Facebook Marketplace where I am kind of surprised that we didn't end up getting skinned and then wearing our skin.
We went to the one in Aldershot, didn't we? Like, and he had all like the loads of loose figures and stuff, and he came back to us with all the alien stuff, and it was like, whoa,
he was fine, but his prices were he should have asked for a valuation, mate, and I'd have gone, it's too high. You want
no
too
one
much,
wants it, mate. No one wants it.
For a bull alien with one horn missing, I don't want to pay 16 quid, mate. No, I don't.
Yeah, Matt
is definitely experienced.
Oh, you know, Mr. Defect, absolutely. Oh, is that the same guy that goes, mate? Is the dust free? Is it? Yeah. Yeah, the dust is free, mate. Or the guy that looks at the bottom of it and goes, how much do you want for this? 50 quid. Says $3.99 there. Yeah, mate, that's the original sticker. Obviously, it says Gamleys on it or like Woolworths or something. Yeah.
Love a haggle. Personally, half the fun breaks the ice and gets people chatting.
Is it?
There you go.
Half the fun. Yeah. Half the fun is that now Sam on the Bugsy's account? If it's only half the fun.
Oh!
Boom! Smashing another height joke in at Sam's expense. Yeah.
Brad's coming for us. He knows where the haggle is.
He knows where. That's all right. You're welcome to it.
No, Brad, I'll deal with you via Instagram because I can get my calculator ready. We're fine.
Yeah, and he can take a second to check his maths before he agrees to anything.
Yeah. All sent via Hermes and Parcel Force.
Always.
Service. Tough. Now, if any of you guys watch Ed's live streams with Live from the Attic with Narc and Greco Fabulous, Taff has started a whole craze and the rebirth of the Pog.
The rebirth of the Pog.
Yeah, it's coming back, guys. That's the thing to get into now.
Can I ask a Pog related question? If we have a Pog expert on here, you know, you've got Pogs, and you've got the plastic. I guess they're called slammers, right? Right. Did anyone else have a weird name that they were when you were at school that they were known as? Because at my school they weren't called slammers; they were called keenies. But I've never heard anyone else call them keenies. So you'd have your Pogs, your tube of Pogs, or your bag of Pogs. What keenies you got? And that's how they're called, keenies, not slammers. There you go. Bit of a
weird place you went to.
What?
I want Ed's
South of England
one.
You want what, Andy?
It was Ed that put a picture up of his.
Yeah, Ed put the Pammy up. Yeah.
I want the Pamela Anderson just so I can slammy Pammy.
Pogs are the past and the future. You are correct. But Tazos can stay in the past. No one wants that.
I think Theo from Slimehouse has done a Pog.
Yes, yeah.
As well.
Am I digging them out? I've got all the whole of the original first and second series of Pogs. Am I digging them out?
There's a Pog light.
Can someone give me a valuation?
Get them out one by one now. Get them out.
I can't get to it. I've got some down here. I can't actually get to it. I didn't realise we're going to be pogged on this.
I've generally got the whole of the first and second series of them, but they are in a small like pencil bag, whatever, in my loft. So I have to find them.
Coming to Dan stand-up comedy show.
What he's saying is, shut up, Dan. You keep talking too much.
He's saying we're laughing at you, not with you.
Yeah. I'll stop talking when someone buys this Captain America shield.
I'll DM you.
Yeah, £7. Go on, mate. £7. You love a haggle. I'm going to lowball you, but we're gonna start somewhere.
I love a label. I love a label. Still Ben.
Does he mean Sam or his wife?
That's definitely still Ben. I don't understand that, Ben. That's made it seem very creepy and weird. The other half.
Yeah, I kind of feel like he's in my room right now.
Am I being shallow graved? Is he in my loft drilling holes, looking at me? Is this what's going on?
The rebirth. Okay, that is it. When we get back to buying,
yeah,
I'm on a pog. I'm gonna
a pog off.
Pog hype.
It's gonna be called pog off. So not pog off.
Right here, we'll do a live challenge. Who can get? No, actually, you guys already have pogs in your collections. Damn it! I was gonna say we can do who can get the most pogs by next Wednesday.
I've got some really cool horror ones.
Yeah, you guys already have. I was with Aaron at Kempton when he bought like a whole file of facts full of pogs.
I've sold most of them. I've literally only kept they're literally down here, but I can't open the cabinet. So next time I'll have it out ready.
I haven't got any, so I'm going to see if I can buy some before next Wednesday.
That's what Andy used to call it when he was 14.
The Pammy Slammer.
Pammy Slammy.
Yeah, I was going to say, leading up to the Pammy Slammy.
Ed, I would buy that Pamela Pog.
Yes! Someone else remembers Keenies.
Yeah, but Brad from like the wrong end of London. That's like that's not.
So am I. So that's what we're saying. In the wrong end of London, they were called Keenies. And it was spelt like that as well. K-I-N-I. That's exactly right. Keenies. Love it.
No idea.
Different way in the world. Pog slammers, milk caps. Yeah, I had them as Pog slammers, and they were called them thins. They were like the little plastic, really thin. Thins were the really thin ones that had
that was just a wafer they gave you at church.
Yeah. Are you talking about the actual pogs or the plastic slammers?
No, because you had the cardboard pogs.
Yeah.
Slammers were quite thick.
Slammers were plastic.
Yeah, but they were thick.
Yeah.
But there was other ones that came with them that were like they were plastic like slammers, but they were almost as thin as a pog.
Not original pogs, mate. I think, mate. I think you've been done with some bootlegs, mate. You got some Chinese knockoff pogs,
mate. Primary school, I know what it was.
Staines, right, or Ashford?
I went to school in Ashford. I wasn't part of the Staines massive.
Guys, don't advertise where we live. Sam's already on his way.
One of them's already in your house.
Yeah.
How'd you kids? How'd you wow?
Yeah.
Pogs we trust. There we go. Whackers.
Whackers. That's a good one.
Yeah, I think we used to call them whackers as well.
Got a full set of Tazos. You someone can lowball. Yeah.
Tazos for me just remind me of like cereal, because you got them in cereal packs, didn't you, to start off with, because they were literally things like Tasmanian Devil and Yosemite Sam and stuff. And
you got the Star Wars one that pops up, and everyone's always like, "Oh, I've got a full set of Star Wars Tazos in the little booklet, £30." It's like, it's not.
Mate, that's Star Wars. That's worth loads. You know that. If it's got Star Wars written on it, it's priceless. You know this.
Cheers, yeah, guys. Thumbs up on the vid if you're here for the pod. That's it. One of the next ones we'll get on there. We'll have a full hour and 40 minutes of pod talk.
People seem to be liking it. It's 1:40 now. Let's make it a 3-hour show. Now we talk about pods.
let's just think this right now for a 24-hour live session.
24-hour pog playing game. Yeah, we're just going to play pogs and raise money for charity. Just playing pogs for 20. How do you even do that remotely? It's impossible. Forget I said it.
I'm amazed that apparently they still make them.
Yeah, modern cartoons. That'd be cool if they still do like new Cartoon Network stuff. I'd love some
pogs out there. Will still make even more. Yeah, 100%.
I'd like some regular show pogs. That'd be cool.
Oh man, I really want
to. He wants to show off.
Aaron, we believe you, mate. They're just with your girlfriend. It's fine.
Under everything. I can't get them.
Yeah, it'll be like the magic trick. We pull it out and just lose the whole shelf.
Yeah.
Vix turned off. She was like, "Nah."
The shield. The shield isn't a sledge, Pete. It's a massive pog. It's a massive Keeney.
That's like the super one. You put 1,000 hammers in to win that.
Come on. It's for P's kid, man. Come on, give him a fair price.
Oh, man. We'll talk. We'll talk afterwards. I've got the box and everything, but there is one big drawback. It is Captain America, the Pama Slammer. Something like
that. That is what Andy's going to be thinking of tonight.
I've been rewatching Baywatch, man. Woo.
With the sound off.
I'm watching through the window. You can't see through the windows.
I was going to say I'm on a second story. I don't think Sam's able to.
I'm not going to go for the obvious joke. I'm not going to do it. I'm not going to do it. You're welcome to watch me sleep, mate.
How far? What is the wrong end of London?
where we live, apparently, mate.
Different ends of London. So
where
one of us has to be in the wrong.
So let's go back to like the important stuff quickly.
Pogs.
Do you know? I'm amazed that people are still watching this, considering we've gone way off. Like,
yeah, this is tangent. This is how we roll. This is how the toy division rolls.
This is how every Wednesday's going to go. I'm quite enjoying it.
I'm drunk on Lucasade energy. It's going crazy.
Couple of beers, chatting toys,
and he's drinking his own piss still.
Getting ready for that car boot at the weekend.
Yeah.
There's not around me.
Table prices for stall holders are way too expensive, especially at events like the NEC. Yeah.
Yes, I think they are getting more. Like, obviously, prices are going up just like everything, and I think after this, they're going to go up even further because the companies where they're held or the venues they're held will put their prices up even more.
Mm.
So I wouldn't be surprised if we're looking at table costs of like 70 quid soon.
I'd think it would be more fair. I'd be more happy with the price if the table was slightly bigger than like a child's fold out Barbie. You know what I mean? It's not a lot of space to put anything on.
The thing is, it's I lose quite a lot of money on petrol to the NEC, but I can justify the NEC price because you get in at 7 to set up. You get an hour and a half to set up. You get to bring your own table. So you have the table you pay for and the backer.
Your backer.
Yeah. There's more room. Yeah.
More room. Sandown is more expensive.
Yeah.
Yet you get an hour less in the show. You can't bring your own backer.
You get mugged as soon as you get in there for people trying to get in your boxes.
Yeah. You get half an hour to set up before they allow early booking.
Do you? I mean, do you even really get that? Really?
Well, a lot of them come through the main gate because like their mate's got a stall and stuff, which I
like them all, man. And at this point in time, bear in mind how the situation is, I'd pay double the price just to get that sweet Toy Fair fix.
Yeah, you know it.
Yeah.
I'm gonna get my Pama Slammer graded.
I'll grade it for you right now, Ed. It's an A+. It's a double D. Double D. Yeah.
Double D. I was waiting for that.
But yeah, I mean these things are quite expensive, I guess. But
what is not expensive is Pogs.
Toy Biz Hero Cap. Hero Cap. What's that? Captain America.
Segway. Godzilla Pogs. Yeah,
that'd be cool.
I tell you what, like the one thing I did love about them was that they just had that kind of proper neon 90s kind of extreme look to them, didn't they?
Was the main guy? I can't remember. Was he called Pogman or Pog guy? I can't remember. But I will dig out the
caveman.
Huh?
Yeah.
A bit like Captain Caveman, but he did have a name. Yeah. I'll dig them out. I'll dig them out, and we'll have a look at them because they are literally the first ever series. I've got them all somewhere.
You need to get a second opinion. Okay. That's the new name for it. It's the Pammy Slammer. Pammy Slammy.
The Pama Slammer.
Oh.
Come on, though. If you rewatch Baywatch season 3 when she turns up, everyone will want to be slamming Pammy.
No, man. It's all about Michael Hasselhoff. We know this.
Yeah, but
who was the dark-haired chick in it?
Yasmin Bleeth is one of them.
And Erica, is it Donna DeRico, that also pops out of a cake topless in Under Siege.
Yeah, boy.
Now that was a piece of VHS that got slightly warped.
There was one there was one part of that videotape that was worn more than others.
It's like, wow, that rewind.
Beware the Pog bubble. It is. Started saying Pogs are coming back. That is the next. You heard it here first. Invest in Pogs.
100% in.
Right. Oh. Are we even going back to Facebook, or we just keep? I don't even know where are we going from here. What's next?
I think we should wrap it up. We're on an hour and 45 minutes.
I can't believe anyone's still watching this. That's insane. Thank you guys for.
Yeah, 100%. Thank you very much. Like I said, we're going to start doing this weekly now. So,
any ideas for things to talk about? I mean, I understand that Pogs are going to be high on the list at this point.
Seriously, next weekend, the first opening bit or whatever, we'll see if we can get some Pogs on the show.
Yeah,
I'm going to go on eBay right now and see what I can do.
Genuinely, I have a bunch of Pogs, and Aaron has some as well, so we can talk Pog.
And also, if Vintage Toy Rush, if you're still watching, as soon as I get that parcel, I'll be showing that off next week as well. Vintage Toy Rush is very kindly offered to send me something, so I'm very, very excited to get that.
Nice.
I've just decided as well, guys, that the name of that particular podcast is going to be called The Captain's Pog.
What?
You right with that? No reaction.
No.
Obviously not Star Trek fans, losers.
Next week at the beginning, Aaron just goes, Captain.
We've got a new person. We were on it after so many years of seeing Pogs at flea market, and they'll pick them up and they'll be dried up, and you know it.
Oh, that's gonna kill you. That's gonna hurt, man. Like which we always joke about this, that in 10 years' time, when someone's sitting on a pile of gold worth of Ben 10, and we're like, we could have had it all. We could have bought all the Ben 10.
Yeah, 100%.
Yeah.
Panini football sticker.
I used to have trading cards for Beavis and Butthead when I was at I must have been 12. I'm sure they weren't appropriate for a 12-year-old to be having.
See, if someone wants to talk with me seriously about Garbage Pail Kids, then we're in. But these two don't care about that, don't they?
Pogs and pugs.
Pogs and pugs. I'm into it.
Pogs, porn, and
Pammy, Slammy, and Whammy.
Pammy Slammers.
Yeah.
Popcorn's going to be big, trust me. Yes. Popcorn's going to be huge.
We're going to do a PogCon, and everyone's table has to be round like a pog. That's my only request, that everyone has a table shaped like a pog.
We started the Pog Championship.
Yeah. Thanks, mate.
Nerd.
Thanks, mate.
guys, I want to say just a big thank you very much for watching. Guys, thank you for listening to our waffle about Facebook groups. We love it, so don't take it in any way that like it was bad. We love them. They're like
all three of us have just been banned from all of them.
Yeah, I'm actually quite interested in seeing how many I'm going to be in next week.
Never to be sold to again. Not you guys.
You know it. Guys, again, thank you very much for watching. Hit the like. Please subscribe to the channel if you haven't already, or share it around to your friends. Andy has got a has got a YouTube channel as well, so please subscribe to that. Andy's Toy.
Andy's Toy Bin, but I'm going to change it to my selling name, I think, because it's too confusing.
And go follow Dan on Instagram because
I put a new picture up today, guys. That's quite a big achievement for me. So yeah, enjoy.
It's a very good picture.
Thanks very much,
guys. Thank you very much for joining in, and we'll catch up with you next week. And hopefully, and if you are hunting stuff at the weekends, going to car boots or whatever flea markets, just be safe. You know, social distance and all that sort of stuff.
Live long and prosper.
We don't have any boot fairs going on around here, right? They've all been cancelled.
And these boys and pogs on that. Goodbye. Oh no. Good podcast.